Hey, what's up, people? How you all doing today? Hope you had a great day and I hope you had a great evening. I'm gonna make another movie review video just before I go bed. Before I go work tomorrow, whatnot. So yeah, I'll have to talk a bit more quietly, so I can't be a bit loud this time out, as my family will hear me. But anyways, yeah, I want to talk about this movie that was recommended to me by my friend, and it's called Split. Now, when I heard this movie, when he told me about it, I was like, this is really interesting. It sounds like it's up my street. It's one that it sounds, when I read about it, it was, oh, this is a really good movie. It sounds interesting. I love watching movies that are mysterious and stuff like that, kind of like Exam and whatnot. But when watching it, it's probably one of the most confusing and interesting movies I've ever watched, and it's hard for me to know what else to say about this because I don't know. I can't really don't know what else to say because for one thing, it's above average for a movie like this. It's definitely not a poor movie. It's good, but it's not the best movie I've ever seen. The movie's that confusing that even I'm confused of what to make of it right now, with what to say about it because it's hard for me to explain. It's almost like it starts off with these three girls that get kidnapped by this guy who suffers from like DID or something like that, and he inspires him changing different personalities. So he changes to different characters. Like you see him in his normal self, then you see him dressed up as act like a kid. It was very strange. And there's a few issues with this movie. Don't get me wrong, the guys acting in this was phenomenal. Never mind because the women, the way they were acting in the movie was kind of normal. This guy was phenomenal at acting in this movie. The way he had to change the different characters, act like them, I would be confused if I was doing story modes. Like if I was doing like different characters in like a story or like a movie or like a sitcom, it would be difficult because you have to learn so much new characters, new lines, new everything. So it must be confusing for the poor dude to even know who he was playing. He was acting like a regular his main character. He was acting like a kid, then acting like somebody else. It's almost like this guy that it says he has 23 different personalities, but yet the last one was like mm, the one that we don't know about. I might give out spoilers in these movie reviews, so be quite careful. You've been warned by that, right? So when I heard it definitely sounds like my son movie appeal because I love movies that confuse me because it makes me ask more questions. But there was something about this movie where it could have been improved. It definitely deserves a good rating, but I don't rate this movie highly. It's hard for me to know what to say about this because, for one, it is an okay movie, but it's not the best I've ever seen. And the storyline was all messed up. I was getting a bit confused with what's going on. The ending was like, you think, oh, this guy was possessed by a demon the entire time, but no, it was something completely different. So I don't know. It's tough in a way. I mean, that the girl that survived at the end, it's almost like she knew about what was going on, but why did he kidnap the girls anyway? What was he trying to prove? Like this is where the confusing part of the story, begins because you just don't know what exactly is happening, and it needs to be more clear. That we knew about the plot. The plot was obvious. This guy had different personalities, but to me, they weren't personalities. They were more like impressions or impersonations. Personalities is how you are as a person, your character, and there are people that suffer from this, and it kind of makes you think, you know, how many people do we know that have this and have been acting completely different the entire time? We don't know. So it's really tough for me to know how to rate this because it's not how I thought it was going to be in this movie. It would have been great if the guy was a demon the entire time and just acting as different people. That'd be fantastic. What ending that would be to a movie like that? But no, they mess up by saying something completely stupid. So it's a good movie, but mm, disappointed with how it went on. Phenomenal acting from that dude, so that's what saves the movie. The movie could have been better. So it was kind of got a bit ridiculous towards the end. So my friend who recommended me this movie, mm, it was alright. You know, I understand. You know, you gave me a good movie to talk about, but I don't know what else I can say about it. It's not like VHS, where VHS 910 was had a better, clear cut story, even though it was different VHS tapes and different, like, you know, anthologies and stories about, you know, miniature stories, horror stories into different tapes. But this one wasn't quite clear, and I don't know why they made a movie like this, but it wasn't that scary. For me, it was more like a thriller than a horror. Isn't this a horror thriller? I don't know. Um, yeah. So the rating I'll give this, I already knew what rating to give it. It was in my head, but I don't know if I should give it a higher. I'll give this a 7 out of 10, just because of the good acting. Um, mm, well, that's what saves it. The guy acting good is what made the movie good. I don't think the movie was that good overall. I felt it was alright. The storyline could have been better. There was bits and pieces of it that was good that kind of saves the movie. You know, if I had a different ending where the guy was actually a demon, then I would have raised the ratings quite. I would have, you know, gave it a higher rating. But because of how it was, it deserves a 7 out of 10. I think that's just about right. It's definitely above a 5. It's it's definitely not average. A movie like that is not average. It's better than that. So whoever made this movie, you should have gave a clear storyline, because it confused me towards the end. And I don't know if my friend recommended me this because he thought it was good, or he recommended it to me because he wanted me to sit through quite a disappointing movie. I don't know, probably both. You know, it can happen that way. So watch it for yourself. See what you think. I gave the information out, so you should be able to tell which movie it is, because there's a few other movies that the title's split. And I might have heard this movie before somewhere, so you know. If you wanna give this video a like, please like below. Please go below and like it. If you want to comment, please comment below. If you want to share, if you already know, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I shall see you in the next video.